Okay, so this is the long version. And I don't know how long this is going to be. And I don't know how noisy my feet are when I'm walking. But this is for the people who don't know my story. Or know very little. Imagine someone saying something about you that wasn't true. And that they had a motive to do it, a reason. And then when they started acting upon the lies, it morphed into a freight train. That's the best way I could describe it. So false allegations turned into a trial that was just wrong. I don't even know how to put it. I think I get overwhelmed with my own story because I'm going to start crying again. Obviously, this is something that is not healed inside of me. And it's got me held hostage. It's paralyzing me. It really is. And I can give it up to God, and I do. And only God got me through it. But right now, it took everything that I could to get up off the couch and come out here. And I know it's the best thing for me because the fresh air, being by the water, everything is beautiful. But at one point in my life, unjustly, it was all torn away from me. It was ripped out of my life. And I couldn't understand it. The system was here to protect me, protect the innocent. And it did not. It turned against me. That day that jury came back and said I was guilty for something I didn't do. I could not understand it. There was so much. Honestly, my heart felt like I was going to explode. It was going to explode out of my chest. And in that courtroom, I just looked up and I said, God, I don't know why you allowed this to happen. I have no idea. But I'll follow you. Because everything that I was, everything that I am, I had to just give it up. There was no understanding how this could be happening. Now, fast forward 5 years, we know what went wrong. The twisted court decisions. There was no evidence at all. Testimony. That was it. Testimony of my ex-wife and testimony of my little girl who had no idea what she was saying, whether it was true or untrue. She had no idea. She was just saying it. And what was funny was, it's not funny. What was strange was she was saying little bits and pieces of truth in her testimony. She loved me. And I believe that and I know that. She loved me. But she got ripped away from me. And in that being ripped away from me, they destroyed that little girl inside. They had no idea what they did to her and how much pain inside they caused her. This is not why I came out to make this video. I came out here to just talk about what I'm thankful for. And I am thankful for my freedom. I'm thankful that the truth was able to be told in the end. Long story short, I was sentenced to 23 years in prison for something I didn't do. Sentenced to 23 years in prison. And I was innocent. I have so many stories from the inside. So many, not only inmates, but correction officers saying to me, "What are you doing here, man? You don't belong here." That was their gut. That's what their gut told them. Well, wonder why. Well, so many stories from the inside. But I'm here now. I'm alongside this river. And my daughter is up there. I don't know what it's like, but I pray she's looking down. But the best part about it is, and I know her death was extremely tragic and horrible, and I don't wish it upon anybody. It's the worst thing to even say. But guess what? She knows the truth. I believe God saved her. God saved her from the pain of having to go through the healing process of finding out that it was all lies. That little 5-year-old was told over and over to say things, and it was strange because when she's on the stand in the courtroom, I'll tell you this one quick story, She was on a stand, and what did your daddy do to you when you were at your grandmother's house? Now, I was in the Navy, so I'd come back and visit, and I'd only be home for a couple of days if I was lucky. So everybody was around me. Everybody was around us, and, you know, it was a whole crazy story, but they kept saying it over and over to her. And what did your daddy do to you at Grandma Roman's house? At one point, she said we would play with blocks and we would do this. She was telling the truth. And then at one point, the prosecutor just kept asking her. I was so angry at her because it felt like she was bullying my little girl, you know? So angry. And then finally she said nothing. But that little voice was not heard. I heard it. And you can see it on tape. But she said nothing. And it was drowned out by the objections and the noise of the courtroom. So, I have a story to tell. And I guess this is going to turn out to be a video that goes to a couple of people that I trust, and I believe that they could see this video and say, "Hey, let's talk some more about what you went through." I have a lot to say, and I have a lot of pain inside. And I have a whole lot of healing, I guess. I don't know what the right words are anymore. Because this is really paralyzing to me, because it's a lot of weight. Here's the funny part. I'm so thankful for my freedom and that I'm out here. And that the sun is shining. And that river behind me is flowing, and I'm in the woods. But I feel more imprisoned now. than I did when I'm inside. I was so free because I didn't carry guilt. I didn't carry the weight of I did something wrong. I was free and I knew it. Because I was innocent. But the pressures of all this and the stress and the craziness of everything out here. Dude, and this was like 14 years ago, 15 years ago. But I'm still carrying it. It's like getting a life sentence of shit that I didn't do. That I didn't deserve. That my little girl didn't deserve. They really destroyed her childhood. I don't even know where to go with this anymore. I am okay. But this is more painful than being on the inside. Thanks for watching. And I don't know where this is going or who's getting it, but I am okay. And I'm hoping all this helps.